So, if you've been listening to us for a while, we've been talking about the stick. On one end of it is wanted, and on the other end of it is the absence. And whenever a subject is activated, you can tell by the way you feel what your proclivity is, which end of the stick is your default go-to. Just meaning what you expect, just meaning how you usually think about that. And often, how you usually think about something is not helpful. And yet, law of attraction perpetuates how you think about it. So, what do? This continuum of life, my mother felt that way, and I feel this way, and therefore law of attraction brought me evidence that compounds my thinking this way, and now, Abraham, you just want me to think another way? Yeah, pretty much. Well, how do I do that? Well, you have to find some way of detaching from your usual vibrational point of attraction about something. So here's a stick, and it's got money on one end of it and not enough money on the other end of it. Now we're putting that stick in a whole pile of sticks, and there's different subjects on these sticks. Some are relationships, some are the way you feel in your physical body, some are relationships that you have with this one or this one or this one or this one. So let's say you've got this bundle of sticks, and one particular stick on this end of it, it's so obvious that the wanted end of the stick is the active one, and the not wanted of the stick is not even in your vibration. So you could focus on that stick often, so that that stick's the reason that you set your vibrational tone, and then all your sticks could be improved. That's what we mean by taking money out of the equation. Focused upon your help to mankind. Focus upon the thrill you have when a new idea occurs to you and you see that it comes across in a meaningful way and somebody gets something that they hadn't gotten before. As you focus on that, there's no lack in that vibration. There's no other end of the stick in that vibration. So as you stay in the aligned end of the pile, everything else just takes care of itself. Haven't you known of yourself or someone else? Have you ever had a normal life where there's a bunch of stuff going wrong and some stuff going right, and you fall in love with somebody and suddenly everything starts going right because you're giving all of your attention to the only thing that matters to you, which is causing you alignment, and then other things just start to take care of themselves? It's like that. So, you like the piles of sticks? Now we're going to give you a new way of looking at it. So now, pick up the stick that says money. Now you've evolved a little, you're feeling better about it. And so now, instead of the label being in the middle of this stick, let's put money over there on that end of the stick, on the end of the stick that's usually problematic, money. And on the other end of the stick, let's put what really matters: security, freedom, happiness, ease, flow, clarity. Let's make this money stick about something other than money. Let's make it about what money represents, but let's do it generally, because you have so much security in your life, and when you focus upon that, the money part of security improves too. But if you focus on the money which there isn't enough of, or the money which didn't turn out the way you wanted it to for this event, see what we're getting at?
Yeah. Thank you. It's really, really helpful. And I realized that I used to think like that before humans conditioned a lot. When I used to kind of operate intuitively in that way before I was so humanized.
Before you got humanized, or before you became socialized, before it became so important to you, you're born sort of selfish, and then you're taught that you should really care about other people. And we're not teaching you not to care about other people. We're just asking you to care about your connection before you even consider other people. Because if you don't take time to care about your connection, you don't have anything to give them anyway. And so, connection first. So that's what we mean by getting out ahead of it. But you point out something really important. Life keeps coming, because law of attraction never turns off. So you have a result of something that you've got vibrationally going on, and maybe you didn't even know you had it vibrationally going on until it happened, till this thing manifested. But now you know, so now you want to fix it. Well, what were we saying about that? You can't fix a problem, the problem just becomes more. So you got to get on the other end of that stick. On the absence of money, don't put money on the other end of the stick, because they're too related. And when you think you're thinking about money, you're thinking about not enough money. It's just the way it goes. When you think you're thinking about a relationship, but what you're really thinking about is the relationship you don't have yet. So put money on one of the stick and all the abundance that you live on the other. The sun comes up, the sun keeps shining, the water keeps flowing, the plants keep growing. I can get food wherever I want, whenever I want. Abundance, 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 so much abundance, so much well-being, abundance of clarity, and abundance, 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 abundance. And as you focus in that general way, then you change that stick for you. You change it. You change it. And if each time it comes up, you take that opportunity to change it again, before you know, the evidence of it comes. But this is something that we're just going to say right out loud. If you haven't cleaned up your vibration, things are going to keep happening the way they have been happening. And since you have both positive and negative expectation, some things in your world are going the way you want them to, and some things in your world are not going the way you want them to. But for the most part, it's happening and you're responding, so it happens, so you respond, so it happens, so you respond, so it happens, so you respond, so it happens, so you respond. You got to get out ahead of that. You've got to stop being a reactor to what's happening. You got to get out of it and do something about your vibration that then causes a reaction. You see what we're getting at? You got to pay attention to what you're doing, because on some subjects that you have such a habit of reacting to, you know those people that every time you're with them, they pick a fight, or you do? It's just always the way that it goes. You know, walking in, that's what's going to happen, because that's always what happens. You could get out ahead of that. You could activate within yourself things that aren't easy to find in them. You could activate in yourself things that you love about them that they don't often demonstrate. You could change. You could get out ahead of that. You can get out ahead of everything. And what do we mean by get out ahead of it? Join your inner being in what your inner being knows about specifically that. And stop holding to your own belief and your own practice thoughts when your inner being has long ago moved on. This is a really good time for a segment of refreshment.